What a person hides the most tells you more than what they reveal. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how to read other people instantly. So let's not waste any time and begin with the video. So the first thing that you need to understand is their body language. You need to be aware of body language to read other people. This is probably the simplest thing to learn, and you also need to have some experience, and it will give you a clear baseline on whether they're feeling comfortable, on whether they're feeling confident, on whether they're insecure, they're having a bad day so they're feeling closed off, so they will not talk too much, or maybe they're having a good day and they're open-bodied, they're honest. You can understand a lot of things with body language, but what we'll be focusing today is understanding their true personality, who they really are with what they say, by their words. This is more difficult, but it will give you a clear understanding on who they really are. The first thing that you need to understand is that people don't speak for truth. They speak from ego, from fear, from anger, from hidden insecurities. They speak from survival, but they do not speak from truth. Understand that every one of us sees the world with their own perception. They have a clear image of themselves and they want to defend that image of themselves. They have their own truths and their own beliefs. This is also the reason why you cannot convince a person in an argument with facts. You need to make them question their own reality. You need to fill them with questions so that they begin to explain to themselves the truth. For example, the person who seems too kind, who is kind and nice, is often the person who has suffered the most in his life. Because they have went through so much in their life, now they are more empathetic towards other people. And they don't want to reject them. They don't want to respond in a bad way to them, respond with arrogance, because they understand how it feels to be sad, to be in a bad moment of your life. So they are becoming more nice and more kind. This is a good thing, but this is also a bad thing, because when you are too kind, you can be controllable. You can be manipulated by the kindness. So I will suggest you two things. The first one is that you're either less kinder and less nicer to people, or if you cannot do that simply, then try to become aware of other people. Then try to understand other human beings so that you cannot be controllable, you cannot be manipulated. And one of the best ways to do that is by reading my ebook, where I've put it down 100 manipulation tactics, so that every one of you can protect themselves, can defend themselves, or in some cases can use those techniques ethically. I've made it short and accessible to everybody so that everybody of you can learn. If you're curious about checking that out, you can find it on the description of this video or even on the link in the bio. Or if you want to understand whether someone has a weak character, try to look on whether they're being defensive. When you make a critique on them, are they trying to defend themselves? Are they instantly opposing what you're saying? Because if that is happening, they either fear rejection or they have a weak mentality. They have built a perfect image of themselves and they don't want to break that image, so that they will defend themselves every time you make a critique on them. Now, one thing that I want you to understand very clearly, and that it will teach you a lot in life, is that people wear masks. Not a physical mask, but a social mask to survive. And you don't have to confuse the mask with the real person. This is why we need to trust more our gut feeling. Don't listen too much to the words that people say.